Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're joined by a special guest, this little tyke here. With that being said, this video is not necessarily about this one, and is actually about the 7 Deadly Sins, most recent chapter release that came out today. A surprising chapter. It gave me a little bit of hope for the current storyline, but we'll get all into that in a couple of seconds. Without further ado, let's get into this review. So, the chapter at large. Yes, the baby has gone with mama, so we can do this review. I will keep this pretty short. I say that, it always kind of gets a bit longer, but basically it was a nice chapter. We had quite a few revelations and we had a bit of hope, like I mentioned in the opening. So I'll get through all of that. So we find out key pieces of information. So we find out that Rucidiel reigns supreme among the 4 archangels. We keep saying 4, but we've only seen 3. It might go back to the idea that the Demon King is a 4th, but we'll leave judgment for that later. In any case, there's a thing that's mentioned in that passage that kind of piqued my curiosity a little bit. It basically said they're going to deal with the 10 Commandments and they're going to have the grasps of Britannia in their hands where magic is ever flowing abundantly. So could this be an ulterior motive to the goddesses and the gods or angels, where essentially they are doing all this to get rid of their, like, the biggest threats so that they can have full control of the power that is in Britannia? It's just an assumption, but it came to mind. So that's the first thing. Then we had conversation about more kind of insight and depth into Rucidiel. He kind of gave up everything for this victory, and Galthor is basically there saying, yeah, I know a man like that, which shows he's talking about Meliodas, but it's not a negative way. It's kind of a very neutral or in a respectful way, which it basically says there's mutual respect and they're on talking terms. So he doesn't see Meliodas as scum or the traitor or anything like that. With that being said, we see Melascula. I always call her weird names. I always forget her name. And the naked one who eats souls. I think they all eat souls, but she just devours and enjoys it a bit too much. Anyway, she speaks to Galthor in her very nonchalant, non-respectful way. And Galthor's like, yeah, cool, whatever, yeah, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. The way they speak shows they're on good terms. So at this point, Galthor hasn't gone rogue or disappeared. It also tells me that Fraudrin, more than likely, is not one of the official members just yet, but he's probably with them because he's going to be the next one, and then they haven't really filled the void for the other 2 that were defeated. So essentially, Meliodas' 2 brothers have not taken up their spots just yet, and he's kind of like a placekeeper for one of those 2 till Galthor disappears and they're taken up. With that being said, we go back to the matchups and we find out that Rucidiel's on his way, and then the 2v1s continue. So the good thing I like about this fight is the switch up. So what we basically see, other than Fraudrin, which we find a little about later on, we see that Galan, Monspiet and Deriere are switching up at how they're attacking their opponents. I like that. From a team dynamic, that shows they're well coordinated and they work well together, and that's probably effective in a team-on-team battle. So if there ever was going to be 7 Deadly Sins versus 10 Commandments in a coordinated battle, they'd probably do very well. Now, remember when I mentioned about Galan? It looks like he's down, and then what ends up happening is we see Rucidiel enter the fray, and it looks like he's the one that's taken out Galan, but Fraudrin's also down. So at this stage, it looks like it's 3 archangels versus 2 of the 10 Commandments. With that being said, they can't really touch him because Deriere tries and she can't get anywhere near him. So there's a big difference between how he fights and how the other 2 of the archangels fight. So Deriere and Monspiet gets backed in a corner, and there go Beast Mode Indra. And I was like, what? Really? You did the Indra Ashura thing? So, essentially, the 10 Commandments have a taboo skill they can use when backed into a corner. It's called the Beast Mode Indra, and essentially they're beast, and they have to give up 6 of their hearts to basically become this. It's like their truest formed. in the chapter, basically, Rucidiel's arrogance says, so what? And then he gets cracked by Deriere, and that's how the chapter ends. And we're going to find out more about this next week. With that being said, though, it gives us hope. Hope, why, you might ask? Because two of these people have shown this ability. It may be a case where they can use this ability to return. Being that they've gone back to the original forms after their slumber, it could be the hearts regenerate and basically they go back to normal. So there may be a kind of a time limit with this as well. But because they could do it then 3,000 years ago, it's possible that they can use it in the current timeline, which may be the way they come back. However, it could also be a situation where we're seeing all this stuff because they're not coming back, and because the return of maybe the brothers Zeldris and Astarosa are going to use that ability potentially if they return. So there's a chance that at least 4 of them might return. Gredos are the picture, and a lot of the rest of them are somewhere doing something, either like captured, dead, petrified like Galan, killed like Fraudrin, Galthor's just resurrected. So there's a lot of things going to happen, lots to get excited about, but that is what we know so far. So that is my review. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I greatly appreciate that, and I will see you next time. Peace.